wanted to show you guys something that it's a little trick that I use. I guess maybe not a trick, it's just something that I use to source items off of eBay. Okay, and I started doing this probably a while back, and it can take some time, but if you do it right and you recognize, you know, the type of buyers that you'll be kind of leveraging using this, you can find some really good sources on eBay without having to search for this and that. And like, you'll see what I mean, but I'm gonna just go ahead over to the computer and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so look, it starts off with this listing right here. So it starts off with this listing right here that I have, right? So somebody bought like, I don't know, 5 of these. And so one of the things I started doing, now this might not be for all of you guys that sell on eBay, but for like my store, even though it's smaller now because I've been taking items down and not listing as much, I still get a lot of multi-quantity orders, and pretty much I can tell people buy some of my stuff sometimes to resell, which I don't care. But so one of the things I started doing is this, right? So if I go to the buyer's name, okay, you go to the buyer's name, and then you go to the buyer's feedback. And then I'm gonna select all feedback. Now, one of the things you can do now, you can see if the buyer themselves or a seller or a seller as well as a buyer. Now, I go over here to left for others, feedback left for others, and then here's what you can look at, right? And you can see, and I did this because the buyer bought so many of those from me at once. So I'm like, okay, they probably did this before, right? And this is in regards to items that you sell. So even as a clothing seller or whatever type of items you might sell, a buyer that's buying that item from you has probably bought that item or something similar from other sellers as well. And so what you can do is you want to see what those other sellers are selling instead of trying to like search eBay. This is a way you can snipe items, or where you can find some good wholesale deals on eBay if you do this frequently enough. So anyway, so look at the other sellers' names that this buyer has purchased from. Makeup, and gift shop, right? Helly Boutique. Now, if I just click on some of these and go to them, right, you can kind of go through their stores and see what they're selling and stuff like that. Sometimes, man, you find really, really good deals. And this is where I found, honestly, a couple of wholesalers that they sell on eBay as well as other platforms. And despite me like searching certain items and stuff, I never found these wholesalers until I started doing this through other buyers' purchases from my store and going through their buyer list. So like, look at this. Let me go to, what was that one I was looking at? Is it cookies? So like somebody like this, right? A lot of times when you see multi-quantity listings like this, these people definitely buying pallets for sure, right? They could be buying truckloads, who knows? They probably buying pallets at least. A lot of times you can go through these types of stores. I mean, heck, even if you're just looking for something for yourself, you can probably find some good deals. But if you're another seller like myself, you can a lot of times find stuff that sells cheaper, or you can get it cheaper here as a lot and resell it either on eBay. But what I've been doing is I've been reselling it on Amazon and Walmart. So I'll find the stuff on here that's like a lot of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, right? And because it's sold as a lot, is a lot of times a single item is selling on another platform for the same amount or close to it that the whole lot is selling for. So after one, maybe no more than 2 items sell on the other platform, I already got my money back, and the rest of the items are pure profit. And look, I'm sharing this with y'all. This is like trade secrets here, man. So look, you're gonna have to give me a like or something, because this is valuable information, bro. Valuable information. And if you use this right and do this on a consistent basis, I'm guaranteeing you gonna find some really good sources to flip items either back on eBay or on Amazon and Walmart. Honestly, I ain't been using it to flip items on eBay. I've been using it to flip items on Amazon and Walmart. Other than the fact when I found like the other wholesalers, then of course I'll just buy pallets from them and stuff. But yeah, I'll go through this buyer seller list but you can see like the names are pretty much the same. So this buyer been purchasing from pretty much the same type of people, right? Or the same type of sellers, right? Let's go to this one. Little nugget sale, right? And you never know what you might find, man. You never know what you might find. So look, I don't know if y'all realize how valuable what I just showed you was. Now maybe somebody out there did this already before me. I'm not saying I'm the first one that ever did this. That's not what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I never seen nobody talk about it. But look, it ain't like it's gonna hurt me to tell y'all this for real. But I do think I deserve at least a like and probably a sub for this little bit of information. Because if you do this on a daily basis, you're gonna find some good deals that you can snipe. I don't care what category you sell in, and you might find some good sources that you can build some business relationship with. Like the one business that I found that I actually order pallets and stuff from. I did some test purchases, right? So I did that. I started going through one of these other buyers' seller list. I came across some of their listings. I'm like, oh, well, shit, they got a lot of stuff on here, right? So then I made some smaller test purchases. Then I probably did 3 purchases just to see the quality of the product and things like that. Then finally, I'm like, I emailed them or I messaged them through eBay, and I'm like, hey, I'm just curious, do you have higher quantities, so on and so forth. Now this seller, you can tell they've been on eBay a minute and they're kind of smart. They actually got my contact number and called me. I don't know if I should be telling y'all all this, but either way, they found a way to get my contact number and contacted me, right? And from that contact, I built a relationship with them that is actually a very good one, and it's been a very profitable relationship. So I'm not advocating you guys go outside of eBay's TOS. Just letting you know that somehow that seller got hold of my contact info and contacted me, and we made some business relationships that had nothing to do with eBay. Absolutely nothing to do with eBay. All my purchases from them on eBay was done through eBay the way it's supposed to be done. So there was no like eBay stuff that I bought from them that we kind of circumvented the eBay system with. None of that happened. But look, try it out. It's a really, this is a trade secret, man. This is the secret sauce. I think that's easier than like searching specific types of items, even, because then you got to go through all the listings, and maybe then you got to click on the listings, look at that one, right? And then look at that seller and look at that seller store. Where this, basically, that buyer is giving me a lead list. That's what that is. That buyer is providing me a lead list. And any buyer that comes to my store who buys multi-quantities, or if I feel like by their purchase, they're kind of buying my stuff to resell it, that's a free lead list. That's all that is a free lead list. And I use it to my advantage, all right?